Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the IGAA Hope Network. Hope standing for helping others to pursue their endeavors. I'm your host tonight, Philip Carter, and we are here with another IGAA All-Star interview. I've been toiling trying to get this one done here with my sister, Janelle Johnson. She is a singer, songwriter, businesswoman. She has many, many jobs, and I want you all to sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this wonderful conversation. Would you please help me welcome Sister Janelle Johnson? Hello.
Hello, how are you, Philip?
Doing fine, doing fine. As I say, we've been toiling trying to get this one done, and that's really my fault. So thank you
Yes.
so much for joining me tonight, for joining us tonight, being a part of the IGAA Hope Network. Let's dig right on in. Tell us, who is Janelle Johnson?
I do wear several hats, but um, first and foremost, of course, I'm a child of God. That's the big thing right there. Um, so I handle that part first, and then I sing. I am a songwriter, a businesswoman, just like you said. I work with B Lab Studios. Of course, a mother. I just love to. I just love to expand and learn new things. That's really what it is.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, you are a singer. Did you grow up singing? I mean, how did that all get started?
I actually grew up in Lionville. There was nothing else to do out there where I lived. We lived on 92 acres of nothing but land.
Wow, you had 92 acres of land. Wow, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my family, we had a house that we grew up in. We rented a house on property, and it was beautiful out there. But it was secluded, so we
Hmm.
really didn't have much to do besides hike, sing around the kitchen table. When my parents would go out, we'd all sit around and we would sing. And my brother would give us notes, and we would practice. I think we were planning on being like the Jackson Five, but instead, we kind of went in another direction. As we grew up, we ended up doing gospel music. So I started singing on my own, and then singing with my sisters, the Tiller sisters. Yeah,
Well, let's talk about the Tiller sisters.
yeah.
How many sisters are there?
There are five of us, and we also had three brothers, but I'm the youngest of all of them. Yeah,
Got you, got you.
yeah,
And so you all been singing since you were a child, and
yeah.
and I wouldn't dare ask you how long ago that was,
Ooh.
but I can surmise that the Tiller sisters have been singing for quite some time. Is
Yeah,
that fair?
quite a bit of practice.
Have you all ever done a project?
We tried to do it with several different studios,
Hmm.
but never quite got there. We did so much work singing at different venues, all churches everywhere throughout Chester County, but never got to finish our project.
So when did you decide? How did you get involved in like the music industry? Okay. We know you sing with your sisters, but
Huh?
how did you get involved? What made you want to get more involved?
Well, kind of an interesting story. When I was in high school, I met a young gentleman who was part of my gospel choir. Well, actually, no, it was more like concert choir. And I went to his house one day. He said he wanted to kind of use his equipment and see, if I would be interested in recording. Um, I went ahead and I did it. And then he recommended that I start singing with a country singer named, doing background for Johnny Gill. I had never heard of him, but it was country music and it was different. So I decided I would, go ahead and do it. Um,
So there's
and
a country singer named Johnny Gill.
a country singer named Johnny Gill.
Okay, because we know our Johnny Gill. I call him Quiver Lips. We know our Johnny Gill, but there's a country singer named Johnny Gill too. Is that what you're saying?
His songs were "Do They Have Mogan David in Heaven?" and
All
it
right.
that kind of song.
Was he local? Was he traveling all across the country?
Yeah, he was a local. He was a local country singer. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was probably one of his bigger hits.
Mm.
Yeah, it was Mogan David, and I found myself singing and doing background for him in a theater in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And
Like,
so after that, what happens?
after that, I kind of started me on a journey wanting to do more in the studio. So any chance I got to sing where people were recording, that's where I was. Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's
Um,
go
well,
ahead.
I wanted to just kind of add to that as time went on, I actually ended up spending a year of my time doing writing and singing with Walt Anderson, who now sings with Cool in the Gang.
Mm.
We did a lot of singing and writing together, and that was really really instrumental. That kind of topped it off. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's move on up to where to what you're doing now. You're working with B Lab Studios, and their own the visionary
Yeah.
Sir Bryant Richardson.
Yes, yes.
What is your role there with him?
Well, when I started, I was coming in with the Tiller sisters, but then I saw that there was a need to do some other things. They asked me if I wanted to do work with them on their business plans, so I started doing that. I started doing some engineering work with them, and that has been really a great experience. Um, Bryant encourages me to do more songwriting, and we collaborate on some songs, and have collaborated on some songs that will be coming out for the 2 track, and for some of the other songs that I know are coming down the pipe. So this has just been this has just been really a great experience.
Well, you seem like a great person to work with.
Yeah,
Always been kind, always been
thank you.
on it, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you working with Bryant. You all make a formidable team. Is
Yep.
is he nice? You know how they have football players, and on the field they're one way, and off the field they're another. Is Bryant nice on and off the field?
Uh, Actually, he's nicer than he lets on. He's a
He
real.
nicer than less. Is that right? Is that right? I'm sure he's getting a big kick out of me asking that question. My brother Brian Richardson has been a great supporter of the IGAA and now the IGAA Hope Network.
Yeah.
Um, so, what are your future aspirations?
Um, I just I want to keep writing, singing, especially as a single artist. I want to just keep on creating.
Mm.
B Lab Studios has been a great place to do that. Bryant has taught me so much. He's taken me to a whole new level of gospel singing. So I could not be happier. His wife Brenda she's like she's my girl. I just love her.
Boss lady.
Yes, but she's fantastic. She really is. So it has been a pleasure working with them. I want to continue doing some business work with them, continue singing with the studio, creating with the studio, um, just growing with the studio, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, see where everything takes me. Yeah, see where it takes me.
That's good. Now
Yeah.
you don't just do music, but you also work a day job. You are a woman with many hats. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. I work at the VA in
Mm-hmm.
Coatesville. I work in the business office, and I've been doing that for over 10 years now. Yeah,
So
it's
how do you juggle your time with all the aspirations that you have, things you're currently doing?
well, uh, so I go from my day job, and then I go straight to the studio as much as they'll allow me. And then I stay there and I do any business work that they need done, and
Mm.
any engineering that they need done, any background vocals, any singing. I just try to give my all. Yeah.
That is awesome. That's awesome. You are definitely a great asset to B Lab. You've been a great asset to IGA Hope. We're so glad to have you.
Well, thank you.
Why did you decide? I know B Lab is involved with IGA Hope, but you, Janelle Johnson, Why did you decide that this was something that you need to be a part of as Janelle Johnson?
Well, I thought I really am a person who loves learning stuff. And when I went to IGAA the first time, I just tried to take in as much information as I could when we were in Virginia. Um, and then when we started doing the master classes,
Mm.
yeah, I was like, I want to know this. I need to know this.
Have the master classes been helpful?
Yes, they
I
really,
think they've been very impactful. And
yeah,
we get this wonderful instruction during the conference,
yeah,
but these behind the scenes master
yeah,
classes have been
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Very eye opening.
yeah. And especially as a single artist, um,
Mm.
you know, everyone wants to do a CD, but there's
Mm.
so much other stuff that's involved with it that, you're never told. So, in all your aspirations to be a gospel artist, you certainly need to know all the background stuff that goes along with it. And
Absolutely.
it's a great platform for it.
I never forget a deceased woman. She was a great mentor of mine. She was like, "Boy,
Mhm.
you got to get some learning with your burning,"
Yeah, yeah.
and I will never forget that in my entire life. It really is impactful.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I left out about Janelle Johnson that we don't know about yet? Or
Well, not just I not just like songwriting,
hmm
but any chance I get to actually write, one day I think I'd like to actually do a book.
great.
Yeah, I think I'd actually would love to write a book. When I need to go, and do something self-reflective,
hmm
writing is always the avenue I go in.
Mm.
I could sit and write probably 5 or 6 pages in a couple hours.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow. So I was going to ask you what were your hobbies, but is that obviously that's one of them?
that's one of them. But horseback riding is another.
Is that right? Well, you're at 92 acres. Y'all had to have a horse, right?
I had two.
You
Yeah,
had two.
I had two. I used to, dabble in some show jumping and showing my horses. Yeah, it was
Come
fun.
on now. Come on. Come on, Sister Johnson.
I really enjoyed it. You couldn't even get me out of the barn when I was younger.
Oh wow, wow. So you still do horseback riding?
I do. I actually was riding with Brenda not too long ago. We went out.
Hold it. First lady rides horses too. Is that right? I need to move to Delaware. I'm missing out on something over here in Maryland.
It was a wonderful experience. I think she did it for my benefit, but we had a great time though.
If you tell me that Brian's riding, I'm ending this show. You tell me. That's my brother there. If I see him on a horse, I'm done. I'm done. So are you involved with the church ministry right now?
I am. When COVID hit, I was
Mm-hmm.
already singing with the church choir and New Hope Baptist Church in Paoli. But when the COVID hit, they couldn't meet obviously in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually the only person singing at the church right now for Sunday services. So I go on Sunday mornings and sing for the
Yeah,
services.
and y'all do online broadcasting.
Online broadcast, yes. New
And so
Hope,
you've been doing that since March?
yes.
God bless your heart.
Yes, yes. And when the pastor asked me, how could I say no?
Yeah, well, I definitely understand that, but to be able to do it consecutively
Oh, yes.
is what the task. That's what's impressive,
Yeah.
and also it's tiring. How are you balancing that out? Picking music and you're by yourself, and people watch internet church like they're watching TV.
All of my help comes from the Lord.
So you're the singer and the minister of music right now.
Yeah, for now.
Right, right. Wow, wow. Well, kudos to you. You are definitely doing some great things. Do you consider yourself living your dream at this point?
I do. Yeah,
Good.
I do. This is what I wanted to do. Um, I'm enjoying the journey. I really am.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed you. I've enjoyed everybody in the network. Um, I sincerely hope there's a group of ladies in the Maryland area. Of course, you know who they are. They're the
I
Lomax sisters.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'd like to get the Lomaxes and the Tillers together.
Oh, I would love that.
We'll we're gonna try to work that out one day. Hopefully, prayerfully, God willing, we'll try to work that out. Let's have some fun, like, as if we weren't having fun before.
Yeah.
Hobbies or horseback riding. Favorite color?
Heal.
You said teal.
Heal.
Okay, so I'm a man. I know nothing about colors. Let me guess, because I've been trying really hard with these color things. My wife's not around, so I don't. I needed to. Is teal a form of blue?
It's a blue and a green mixed together.
It's a blue. I was going to play some shout music if I had gotten it right, but I was only half right. So teal is a form of blue and green mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite old school TV show?
The Jeffersons.
Yes, Lord.
There's actually, I have to tell you this story because this is a kind of an interesting story. The Jeffersons used to come on at 6:30 every night. So I really didn't want to miss it because I liked the show so much.
Hmm.
So I put an alarm on my phone for 6:30 so I wouldn't miss the Jeffersons.
Right. You know, back in the day, did Dallas come on after the Jeffersons?
You know what? I don't know.
I remember Dallas and Falcon Crest. I'm predating I'm saying my age now, but I remember the Jeffersons back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Wow, wow. So, when this pandemic hits, what's one place you think you'd like to travel?
I would love to go to Israel. I was supposed
Wow.
to go in March, but COVID hit the week before I was supposed to leave. So I didn't
Mm.
get to go on my trip to Israel, but that is definitely on my bucket list. And I will be, doing that trip as soon as I possibly can do it.
May God give you the strength to do it.
Yeah.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Well, chicken, but but
Chicken.
yeah, everybody loves chicken. Breakfast food though, like omelets and things. I do, and Belgian waffles.
All right now.
Yeah.
What's your go-to gospel song when you need a pick me up?
Um, he is preparing me.
Okay, oh, Wilmington Chester.
Yeah, Daryl Coley.
Wow. Favorite was is he one of your favorite gospel artists of all time too?
It's no, actually, I have several. Um, of course, Bryant. Bryant Richardson. I have to plug that. I just, he's fantastic. Um, but besides, I would have to say like Tremaine Hawkins, Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Yeah, I mean, Yolanda Adams.
Hmm.
They're always my pick me up song. Pick me up
That's good.
art.
That's good. And how have you? Um, what is one thing you can tell other artists or other people that may be watching this program? In fact, forget about the other artists. Let's bring some hope to people who watch this network. What
Yeah.
can you say to people that will bring them hope in this season?
Well, I would say that the biggest thing you need to do is well, you have plenty of time. Try to form that relationship with God. I think
Mm,
that's one of the reasons, that I've seen why COVID is so was kind of a the benefit of COVID is people trying to get that relationship with God back.
mm,
Um, there's something about sitting in a room by yourself with God and no one else. You can learn a lot about yourself. You can learn a lot about God. You can learn about prayer, grace, mercy. Those are the things you need to look to. Yeah.
wow, that's a great answer. Last thing I want to ask you is introduce your sisters. Who are all your sisters?
Okay. My oldest sister is Diane Horsey. Then there's Carol Bell, Rosalind Phillips, Betty Walls, and then myself.
Great, great. Well, this has been a pleasure. This has been a great interview, and it's been fun getting to know you. And I'm so glad we got this done. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord indeed.
Final word to everybody: just take care of yourselves. Be safe.
Yeah.
You know, we're in some times. We don't. You know, we can try to define the times, but I just call it now. We are in some times, but
Yes.
God is with us, and you know, and He's going to carry us through this if we trust in Him. So, Sister Johnson, thank you so much.
Thank
How
you.
can people get in contact with you if they need to contact you for any reason?
Well, let me see. Uh, email Janelle J Music at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, Janelle J Music. Instagram, Janelle J Music. And Facebook, Janelle Johnson.
Amen.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Everybody, you all have a splendid evening, and thank you so much, Janelle. Hang on. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Philip.